Hi there, I'm Megan and I go by Solar Glow Meditations. Tonight we're going to have a distance Reiki session that will be guided by a new deck of oracle cards that I just got. So I'll be drawing these and seeing what the energy has as far as what we should work on. And I have a plethora of crystals in front of me to help us with that Reiki energy work. So before we get started, I do need your consent to work on your energy. So either out loud in the comments, in your head, wherever you feel most comfortable, just say, I consent to receive this energy healing. It would help me greatly if you could subscribe. And if you guys have any requests for themes for Reiki or anything like that, please do let me know. I love to hear them. Before I get to the actual Reiki part of it, I am going to just do a quick deck cleanse. And this deck is brand new to me. One of my besties got it for me as a holiday gift, Christmas gift, and I have not used it in this form factor yet, so I'm very, very excited to see how it will go. For those of you that are curious, this is the Starseed Oracle deck. I will link it down below in case you all are interested in using it for yourself. I will say that the pictures on this deck are absolutely stunning, and I just love the colors on this, like even the back, like this really pretty like blue, pink, purple, and a light-filled oracle deck, if you will. Okay. Let's see what the cards have for us today. These cards are still fairly stiff because they're still so new, so we're going to lay them out and see what it has to say for us. This is the first card I'm being drawn to. Lifting the veil. Question everything. Anything unaligned must go. I think that's a great way to say that we should do some cleansing and some grounding. First, we're going to start with, we'll start with grounding today. I'm going to use my piece of tiger's eye, and we're going to work on just grounding our bodies, grounding our energy centers down with the earth. The energy today already feels pretty well grounded, but we're just going to enhance this a little bit. So I'm going to use my go-to method for grounding, and we're going to create a grounding cord. So think of an object. It has to be long and tubular. Anything you can think of. Trees with their roots is very popular. You can make a water slide, or like a penne noodle covered in oil. Anything you can think of, maybe a barbershop pole. I want you to see that out in front of you. If you have a grounding cord already on you, just go ahead and let that go, send it back to the earth, because we're going to attach a new one. And whatever you've created in your mind's eye, just reach out with your psychic hand, your ethereal body, and pick that up and place it at the base of your spine to your root chakra. Good, and once it's there, I want you to envision it going all the way down to the center of the earth, whatever that might look like for you. Whenever I envision it, I always envision those subsections that you see in the science textbooks where they're cut out and there's like a big bowl of molten lava in the center of the earth. So it's very orange and warm. Magma-like down there. Lots of movement, lots of energy, lots of space to pick up our useless thoughts. Or maybe not useless, but no longer needed. Good. Now that's attached, I want you to think of that tube attached to your spine, and I want you to make it so big. I want it to be as wide as your body and even a little bit wider. And it's just gonna suck down all of those things that aren't serving you anymore. It's a big giant catch trap, a funnel, if you will, for everything that needs to go. switch crystals here, and we're going to continue with our grounding, but do a cleansing sweep of your aura, your chakras. And catch anything that needs to go back to that earth and send it down that grounding cord. I thought at first it was just the selenite crystal that I've picked up, but there seems to be some heavier energy once we get down to the lower layers of your energy field. There's something in there that's weighing heavy on you. I want you to do your best to just let it go. Send it back down to the earth. Work on digging that out a little bit. It's fairly stuck down in there, kind of throughout your body, really. Of course, we're very delicate with our energy work here. You to really be kind to yourself. It feels like there's been some unkind words that perhaps have been liking your body and causing damage on your inside, which I don't want that. I want you to be whole, well grounded, full of love energy. Be your whole and complete self. Let's draw another card. Child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. If I can have that show up in the camera without action, there we go. It's very pretty. How do we awaken what your gut already knows? I'm getting a feeling in my third eye like you want to see further. So we're going to use our lapis lazuli. I've just learned recently how to pronounce this correctly. If you read it, it looks like lapis lazuli. Lazuli, I've been told. Actually, most interesting, it's been a crystal in one of the books I've been reading, and I listen to audiobooks rather than read the physical books a lot of times, and as soon as she said it, I recognized the name. I was like, oh, this is how you say this. I had no idea. The things you learn just by paying attention in everyday life. So really to work on your seeing, your clairvoyance, your mind's eye, awakening your third eye. I want you to be aware of where you're at in your body. there pain in your leg? Are you down in your leg because of that pain? Do you feel like you have somewhere to go and something to do? Maybe you're down in your stomach and you just need to get going. I want you to notice where you are and then come up to your head. I want you to, even if your eyes are closed for this session, or if they're open, I want you to be behind your eyes. Be in your head. What does it look like up there? What does it feel like? Do you notice anything about your head in particular? If your eyes are closed, do you notice any colors or lights behind your eyes? Your eyes are open. What do you notice around the world around you? Are you staring at the ceiling? I want you to think about sending your energy to that space behind your third eye. Where you're sitting, I want you to bring all your energy to you, right where you are, right in your head. I want you to notice, not right in this moment, but as you move about your life, go forth, I want you to start to notice all the magical things in every day. Maybe you notice angel numbers on a clock. Maybe it's 1111, it's the very popular one. Or maybe the sun hits the trees in just the right light and it's golden and magical and lit up in something you would see in a painting. Or maybe there's a small child just taking their very first steps, or maybe even their 10th and 11th step, but they still stumble a little bit. It's so magical to see them light up as they start to figure out how to do it. Starting to notice these things in our day-to-day lives is really what's going to start unlocking this magic of the universe for us. We live in a very magical world. We just forget it sometimes because we get so used to marching through life. One of my things that I've done before, I don't do too frequently, but just this last week, I have this tree out my window that I like to look at every day. One of my favorite trees. It's a very nice western red cedar tree. It's very tall. It's probably, I don't know, 50 to 60 years old. But it feels right. I like to go out and touch it. Just put both my hands on it and ask the tree, what do you want to tell me today? We had some big windstorms this week, and I could tell that the tree was trying to focus on keeping its roots in the ground and staying very strong and tall like it was. Between a very cold snap, cold weather, and just this gusts of wind, it's not ready to go yet. It wants to be here. So if you aren't feeling too shy about it, go up and touch a tree. You don't have to hug it. You can just put a hand on it and see what it does. I have another Japanese maple tree that also sits in my yard out this window. It's quite small, although it is fairly old. Old as in probably 20 years old, but still relatively small. And this summer I placed my hand on it, and immediately it showed me its branches and how proud it was of its coloring of its leaves. And just immediately I closed my eyes, and when I touched it, all I saw were its branches with these colorful leaves. It's really magical. And the first time you might do it, it might feel like, did I put that thought there myself, or did somebody else give that to me? And in the case of the tree, I had no predispositioned thoughts around either of them. But that's what those trees told me. Trees are really great energy too to start with. They're big, they're tall, a lot of times they're pretty old, so they have a lot of energy to share. So I challenge you this week to go touch a tree and start to find the magic. Okay, let's pull another card and see what else this has for us. This is quite exciting. We, the Hearth Rose. Deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. This is really about getting back to our origin. Birth as a portal. So I want to say this has to do with inner child work and shadow work, if you will. Which can be really hard, but it's a chance to go inside yourself to understand your biases and energy that you might have lingering from long ago. Perhaps things happen to people as we grow up. We have bullies in school. Maybe our parents aren't as present as we like, or things like that. So I want to go back and heal those old wounds so that we can really move forward with our lives. And I think that the malachite is coming to me. A little tiny piece. I like this one. It's very calming, soothing. They call this a conch bond or something like that. I think that describes the shape. There's also another little something in here. I can't remember what it's called. Chris something. I'll find it and put it in the description, but what habits do you have that don't serve you but you just can't seem to let go of? It can be one of the things that I've noticed is that folks like to hold on to these things because of this feeling of lack that came out of the Great Depression. So you tend to want to save things even if they aren't useful, but it can lead to extremes in this where perhaps there's no space for you to move throughout your house. Perhaps your garage is full to where you can't park in it. I want you to explore these feelings of why you feel like you have to hold on to these old things, even if you know it's not the best thing for you. So I want you to just take a moment to just think about the first thing that pops into your head that you know is not serving you, but you just can't seem to let it go. Because this thing, whatever it might be, is holding you back from your magicness. And it doesn't have to hold you back. That's completely up to you. But taking a moment to examine it, acknowledge it, let it go back to the universe, it's going to do wonderful things for you. Really liken this to dusting the cobwebs and the dust from your shelves and pictures on the walls. A lot of times once you hang those pictures, you don't touch them again because they're there for you to look at, but every once in a while we need to go back and re-examine them and dust them off to see, make sure that it is still serving its purpose. We've cleaned up our space, that we're fresh and clean. Just allow that energy to flow. As you're going through these thoughts, whatever it is that might be popping up in your head, I feel like some tears might be forming in your eyes, or just kind of that feeling in the back of your throat that something hurts. And that's okay. All you need to do is acknowledge those feelings, thank them for being here. Feel them if you need to feel them. But if you're done with them, you can send them down your grounding cord. And sometimes that can be really hard, but it's okay. Feels like a 4-card pull kind of day, so we're going to grab one more for this session and see what it holds for us. Called Soul Gifts and Training. It is time to step up. You're on the threshold of your next great adventure. It's awakening your clairvoyance, if it is doing reads for people, if it is, sharing your gifts in whatever way you feel is most appropriate for you. This is it. What is even the right? How light? How light is the right crystal? We are going to open our crown chakras right up here, and we're going to pull some energy down from the universe. We don't even have to pull it down, we'll just ask it to come to us. So I want you to look out into the ether, either with your eyes open or closed, it doesn't matter. I want you to go to the furthest edges of the universe, as far as possibly see, and up there is some wonderful cosmic energy. It is clear and pure and whole, and it will help you recharge, fill you up, replenish your soul, your body. I want you to open your crown chakra and just imagine it can be maybe like a waterfall of this cosmic energy just coming down into your crown and washing over your whole body. It's going to help you align with your next direction, your calling, opening up your magical abilities. Just allow that energy to flow freely and come in through your crown, down behind your eyes, down your spine. Fill up every little space in your body. If you're especially interested in clairvoyance, you can allow a lot of that energy to go to your third eye, sit in your head. Don't keep it stuck there, it continues flowing as it goes through, but focusing on directing more of this energy there, while still filling the whole body. If this is completely new for you, you might be sleepy, you might already be asleep. It can be exhausting if you're new to this, and that's okay. Let your body do what it needs to do. As long as you want to stay here, you can continue to allow that cosmic energy to flow into your space. If you feel like you get too much of it, just send some of it down the grounding cord. I appreciate you being here. I will continue on the music through beyond this with just a black screen, so that if you're falling asleep to this, you can continue to do so. Thank you for being here, and if you could subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Have a wonderful evening. we'll catch you guys later.